Two with their captain Cifuentes in goal. Iza and Espino the fullbacks, Cala and Mauro the heart of the defence, Jose Maria and Alvaro playing down the flanks with Bodiger and Sergio covering the defence, Lozano and Perea up front. Of course, Cádiz's main man, Alex Fernandez, their top goal scorer as well with 12 goals this campaign, is out suspended. This is also the first game he will miss this season. He's played all previous 38 fixtures for Cádiz over this season, whether as a sub or in the starting 11. And it's a game where Cádiz really can, nearly you could say, put one hand on the title, albeit temporarily, as the 2 and 3 teams that are behind them are yet to play. They'll obviously be playing tomorrow and on Thursday, but they could be travelling back to Andalucía with an 8-point lead at the top of La Liga Smartbank. Extremadura, meanwhile, things are looking doom and gloom. The team below them, 7 points below them, is Racing Santander. They were relegated at the weekend after falling to Elche. And they, of course, will do everything in their power to try and avoid getting the same fate. It's going to be difficult for them, though. They've got a lot of ground to make up. And here they come out onto the pitch of the Francisco de la Era Stadium. The home ground to Extremadura. You could virtually say, with Racing officially relegated, it is top versus bottom today, as Extremadura, unfortunately for them, sit second to bottom in 21st place on 37 points. Cádiz, complete contrary, top on 66. 5 points ahead of Huesca and Zaragoza. Both captains there, Zarfino for Extremadura and Cifuentes for Cádiz, getting ready with the coin toss to see who will get us underway. The referee for this evening's proceedings is Miguel Ángel Ortiz Arias. And it should be an exciting game because it's an important match for both sides, obviously for very clear different reasons. But Cádiz looking to return to La Liga, and it is a likely prospect at the moment with 4 games to play. One of those 4 being tonight's fixture, returning to La Liga for the first time since 2005. It is going to be the home side, Extremadura, in their red and blue strip, attacking from left to right on your screens. Cádiz in their traditional yellow and white, attacking from right to left. Referee Ortiz Arias blows his whistle, and we are underway at the Francisco de la Era Stadium. It would be an understatement to say that Cádiz are the favourites in this one, but they have been fairly irregular in terms of results for most of the season, and especially since returning from lockdown. A little bit more on that as the game goes on. You will have seen at the bottom of your screens 33 degrees in Extremadura. And just so that kicks in, it is 9:45 in the evening in Spain, and we still have 33 degrees of heat to deal with. Extremadura having to play most of their games with late kickoffs because of the heat since restarting. Of course, normal season would have been over at least a month ago, 2 months ago, in fact. And the summer well underway in Spain. Cádiz with the early possession, moving it well from left to right. Perea doing really well to get round. Iza puts in the cross. It was actually Iza making the run in at the back post. Getting round Alex Diez, one of the set-piece takers for Extremadura. Early foul there from Anthony Lozano, known as Choco. Lozano Striker on loan from La Liga Smartbank rivals Girona, another side who are hopeful to get promoted to La Liga Santander. Of course, their route will most likely be through the playoffs, assuming they can anchor down their position in the top 4, or top 6 for that matter. The foul now from the captain of Extremadura, Zarfino, going in with a very heavy foot on Mauro. There we see Manuel Mosquera, the manager of Extremadura. He mentioned in his pre-match press conference that the team will give their all and fight for their lives when facing what he called the best team in the division. And of course, their league position would back his case. Ball played wide by Bodiger. Álvaro Jiménez unable to get that one. It will be a throw-in though for the visiting side. It's a good start from the visitors. Very well won back by Extremadura. Sergio unable to get to the ball first. It's sent long. I believe there was a deflection on a Cádiz player. And there, in behind, just behind the man wearing the mask, is the Cádiz manager, Álvaro Cervera. Alex Diaz with a great run inside, managing to, with a brilliant first touch, get in behind Espino. Of course, him being a right back, putting the ball onto his weaker left foot. The shot, or should we say attempted a shot, very far wide. But it was a very good ball played wide. Managed to get the better of Espino. Wasn't going to cost Cifuentes, the Cádiz captain, in goal, any problems with that one. Ball played back to Castro. And Bastos plays long. Granero not looking to take any chances. Alex Diaz with a nearly short pass. Extremadura still managing to keep possession. Extremadura the home side, of course. But it has been definitely a tough season for them, picking up 8 wins overall all season. 13 draws and 17 defeats. The stats say that their home form is better than their away form, having picked up 5 of those 8 wins here at the Francisco de la Era Stadium. But it's still stats that will make things very complicated for the hosts here to remain in La Liga Smartbank for the next campaign. One back well by Pardo in the heart of midfield for Extremadura. The team is well aware that a push is required, but so did Cádiz as well. Lozano laying it off for Sergio. Ball played back to the striker and gets the first corner of the game. Shot was obviously never going to go on target, or at least create any trouble from that angle. But the ball ricocheting off Pardo. And it will be Bodiger on corner duty. 6 minutes in, the first goes to the visitors. Ball ready to be played in. In comes the in-swinger on the left foot, cleared away by Granero at the front post. It's Álvaro Jiménez keeping it in play. But Zarfino doing really well to not give up possession. Man with the armband for the hosts. You can see in the background, just behind Castor's goal, the numbers 2007 on the gantry there. That is because Extremadura are actually one of the youngest clubs in Spain. They were founded only 12 years ago, promoted to La Liga Smartbank in the 2017-2018 season for the first time. Last season was a dream debut season for them, finishing 13th. But relegation is a very likely prospect this season, despite starting in the 6th tier of Spanish football back in 2007. Extremadura Club de Fútbol existed in previous years, went to an administration around the turn of the century. But this, of course, is Unión Deportiva Extremadura, a brand new club in the same region. But as it says in the stands, founded in 2007. Ball played in, trying to find Zarfino. Managed to peel off the back of Cala. Still, it was a very heavy cross into the penalty area. Cádiz coming into this fixture this evening on the back of a 2-0 home win against Real Oviedo at the weekend. Only their second win since returning from lockdown in the 7 games they've already played. Well, every side in La Liga Smartbank has already played. 4 draws and 1 defeat. That defeat, a 2-0 home defeat against Tenerife. Arguably the most informed side in the 2nd tier of Spanish football since returning from lockdown. Really have been racking up the wins and now knocking on the door for a playoff spot when they were only in and around 11th and 12th place at the turn of the year. Very good late end to the season for the side from the Canary Islands. Cádiz, with those 4 draws, have struggled to keep up their good form that they had, obviously, before the massive effect of COVID-19. Still juggling the 1st and 2nd spots for nearly the entirety of the season. Cross there from Espino, the Cádiz left back. Nowhere near finding a teammate, as Castro will take the goal kick. 10 minutes into this one. Still haven't seen a shot on target. It's been a very possession-based game so far, mostly for the visitors. But Extremadura not showing any timidness against the league leaders. Mainly as well because they can't afford to. Of course, the clubs in and around them, the likes of Oviedo and Numancia, along with Albacete, and even Malaga could be dragged into that if they're not careful. Extremadura currently 5 points behind Lugo, another one of those sides who sit in 20th place. 7 to be exact behind getting out of the relegation zone. That would be around the 44-45 point mark. Racing Santander currently 7 points behind the host this evening. But as mentioned earlier, they were the first side in Spain, in both of the top tiers of Spanish football, to officially be relegated. course, in La Liga Smartbank, there are 4 teams who get relegated, not only 3. So not only do they need other points to be dropped from other sides in and around them, they need to close that 5-point gap first on Lugo, and that 7-point gap on Real Oviedo, if they want any chance of not playing in Segunda B. Great little run here from Nono. Taken down on the edge of the penalty area. The foul from Mauro. Referee Miguel Ángel Ortiz Arias didn't hesitate in giving the foul. There we see Espino losing possession. Really good run from Nono, the Extremadura winger, coming in field. He was going for the ball, Mauro. Didn't get any of it, though. First dangerous situation of the match. Quite a few men in Cifuentes' wall. It's Alex Diez and Rocha, the 2 men over the ball, but it is likely going to be that man, Ale Diez, the right back. Really does know where to put a ball. And here he goes for Extremadura. And it wasn't a bad effort, just wide of the target. He managed to get it round the wall, just not tight enough on the angle to possibly get into the back of the net. It did just clip the side netting there. Probably from a little bit further out. That might have caused Cifuentes quite a few more problems. It's the second shot of the game, both going to Extremadura, not on target, mind you. Cádiz still looking to get even a sniff at goal. Extremadura, they come into this one after a very painful defeat for them, a 1-0 away defeat to Numancia. One of those sides that they are fighting with to stay in La Liga Smartbank. Pivotal game for both sides. The host started really well on 12 minutes. Numancia's right back, Ivan Calero, scoring a very impressive goal from outside the penalty area to make it 1-0. Extremadura improved in the second half, but it wasn't enough to get an equaliser. 3 points going to Numancia, which took them officially out of the relegation zone. On goal difference, they are still level on points with Real Oviedo. Good ball to Perea, keeping it in play, down by the corner flag. Laying it off really well, and the shot from Jose Mari. That was another one going nowhere near on target. He had time and space, the midfielder, to think about it. Pardo probably a bit too eager to get a foot in, completely misjudged the tackle. Luckily for him, the effort just wide of the mark. There we see Alex Alegría, club's top goal scorer with 6 goals in only 14 games. Alegría signed on loan in the January transfer window from La Liga Santander side Mallorca. Mallorca, unfortunately for them, in the top tier, one of the sides likely, or at least in the scrap, to go down and return to La Liga Smartbank. Vicente Moreno's side needing to close a 6-point gap on Celta de Vigo. Be interesting to see what the future holds for Alex Alegría. He's proven his worth, really, for Extremadura. Coming back from a horrific long-term injury before signing for the hosts here this evening. But, of course, he will be competing with Budimir, Mallorca's current striker in the top flight. Castro laying it up for Granero. Centre-half plays it back to his goalkeeper, who decides to play it to his other centre-half, Fran Cruz. Once again, back to the man between the sticks, who goes long. Bit of an optimistic effort to try and find Alegría. You could just see at the bottom of your screen, Nono letting his goalkeeper know that he wanted the ball out wide. And now Cádiz in possession. Cádiz's away form this season, not one of the best in La Liga Smartbank. Still managing to get more victories than defeats away from the coasts of Andalusia. 8 wins, 6 draws and 5 defeats in their 19 away games. 20 goals scored and 17 conceded. They currently have a total of 18 victories this season overall, the other 10 coming at home. Here's Chocolozano, and very similar to his first corner, wins it on that right-hand side of the penalty area. Another corner for Cádiz. Castro's going to have his work cut out for him, trying to keep Cádiz at bay. Ball played in, headed away. And a good move there, but just cut out. And it's Issa, the Cádiz right back, who went down slightly injured. Ale Diaz was the man going forward. What you're hearing now in just about the 20th minute, just to tick over, is the applause to infinity. An initiative from La Liga to bring the support and spirit of the fans back into the grounds all over the country, paying tribute to the comeback efforts made by everyone during these last few months. Of course, unfortunately here in Spain, arguably alongside Italy, 2 of the European countries who were really badly hit early on in the early stages of the unfortunate pandemic that is COVID-19. Brilliant ball played in, and Perea out of nowhere. A very good ball played in by Issa, the man who had been fouled just a minute ago. Seemed to have picked up a knock, and just out of nothing puts in a great run down the right-hand side. The cross played into the penalty area. No one got to the ball, but the offside flag was given. Probably must have been a touch there of Álvaro Jiménez. Perea hitting that one first time straight over the bar of Castro's goal. That's the first close chance. Wouldn't have counted, though, if Perea would have found the back of the net, as the linesman had his flag up for offside. Only 3 points will do for Extremadura this evening. It's definitely not an ideal scenario for the home side. Even a draw would probably see them relegated, if not at the end of the fixture, possibly at the weekend. Mathematically, that is, of course. Still 70 minutes left in this one, but after that, 3 games remaining in La Liga Smartbank. Of course, action in the second tier of Spanish football will go on all the way to the 2nd of August, which is the return leg of the playoff final. Of course, yet to confirm who those teams will be playing in that final. Semi-finals coming the week before, after the campaign is fully over. Cádiz would say that they've done their homework early, looking likely to win the title and get direct promotion to La Liga Santander. We just saw the replay there of the foul on Bodiger down by the corner flag. It's going to be another dangerous set-piece play for Cádiz to put into the penalty area. Quite a few bodies forward. Cala and Mauro, both centre-halves, up there for the visitors. The ball's played in, and the header, and into the back of the net. It's that man again, Choco Lozano. He got both goals at the weekend against Real Oviedo, and this time he doesn't miss. A brilliant ball played in. You could argue even a better header. It's his 10th goal of the campaign for Cádiz's number 9. And that is a goal that could put one hand on the title for Cádiz. But it's also a goal that could sink the hearts of Extremadura. Managed to jump higher than anyone, completely unmarked, peeled off the run. Rocha not even looking at his man. And the striker from Honduras putting the side from Andalucía in the lead at the Francisco de la Era Stadium. 24 minutes on the clock. It's Extremadura 0, Cádiz 1. And that is the difference that quality makes. It's their first shot on target, Cádiz. And it's gone into the back of the net past Castro. If this game was already an uphill battle for the home side, it's become even more of a challenge now. Cádiz scoring their 49th goal of the season with that one. Choco Lozano, the club's 2nd highest top goal scorer. His 10th goal in this, his 31st appearance, beg pardon. And he was responsible for getting all 3 points for Real Oviedo at the weekend. Cádiz started off with a penalty in that one just 10 minutes in for a handball incident. Alex Fernandez, not in the squad today, stepped up, but the effort was saved by Lunin in the Real Oviedo goal. The hosts kept knocking on the door until a breakthrough came, as Choco Lozano scored a goal either side of half-time to make it 2-0 and close out the game. Their opponents at the weekend, Real Oviedo, dropping points, which is obviously good for Extremadura, but it doesn't help them at all if they can't pull something out the bag against the same side that beat their oppositions at the weekend. It's a good run forward, though. Zarfino trying to get in behind, and Espino, according to the referee, taking a bit too much physical action there, and will see the first yellow card of the game. The yellow card going to the man in yellow, Espino, the left back. And as it mentions on the top left-hand corner, se perderá el próximo partido, will be missing the next game at the weekend. It's another dangerous set-piece play for Ale Diez to put into the penalty area. Probably will agree there, the right back, that that wasn't his best effort to play the ball into the danger area. Extremadura, most of their goals coming from set pieces, really. They have lacked a certain creativity when it comes to making chances nearly the entirety of the season. Extremadura managed to pick up a point against Malaga a couple games back. After lockdown, they went 1-0 down against the other side from Andalucía. Ale Diaz putting in a very good cross for it to be headed home by Zarfino. They'll be needing at least something similar to just get 1 point out of this one. But one will not be enough. Going to be a goal kick for Cifuentes. He'll be a very concerned man, Manuel Mosquera, the Extremadura chief. Extremadura, a side that are playing their second season in the second tier of Spanish football. They had played a couple of campaigns in Segunda B, the third tier in Spain. A side to never have played in La Liga. But reminder, of course, the club only 12 years old. Cádiz keeping the possession in the middle of the park here. And there you see Choco Lozano actually fouling his own teammate, if you will. Tripping up Jose Mari. Zarfino for Extremadura down by the corner flag, laying it off for Nono. It's a poor first touch, but it is Perea, I believe, who had come back to help defend, ended up conceding the corner. And it's the first of the game for the home side. Just about to tick over, half an hour gone in this game. Ball's played in by Nono, headed away by Sergio. It fell for Rocha. Cross played in by Granero. It came off Álvaro Jiménez. It's going to be another corner, but he's feeling that one. The Cádiz player still down. I believe the ball might have gone straight into his chest. He'll get a better picture of it. The corner will be taken. Ball's played in. Alegría nearly getting ahead to it. Punched away by Cifuentes. Ale Diaz doesn't want to take any chances there. Perea was sniffing blood if that ball wasn't taken quickly into possession. And now, as it is officially the 30th minute, it is time for the first half cooling break. Of course, a measure we've seen introduced since the return of football in all countries, in fact, especially with this heat. It will be more than necessary for both sides. Cádiz, of course, used to playing at very high temperatures. Andalucía, arguably the hottest part of the country at this time of year. Temperatures sometimes rising up to 44 degrees centigrade. But of course, the team talks now from both managers, Manuel Mosquera and Álvaro Cervera. Two completely different chats, probably. Cervera for the visitors, wanting his side probably to keep their calm. They've got the goal. 3 vital points at the moment. Still an hour to play. Whilst Manuel Mosquera will have to tell his lads they need to do more. They've held their own so far, the home side. but they couldn't keep that goal out of their net. It's a very good cross in by Ether. And Chogo Lozano just peeling off Rocha there, heading it in. The man on loan from Girona, mainly making that move on loan to Cádiz to get first-team football. Cádiz's number 9. Of course, he is facing tough competition on the Catalan coast at his parent club. Of course, Cristian Stuani, the main man there, by quite a margin. The Uruguayan striker is the top goal scorer of La Liga Smartbank. So getting game time up in Catalonia was always unlikely for the striker from Honduras. But he's found a place where his goals are definitely valued. This is his 3rd goal in the last couple of days. Anthony Chogo Lozano, a former Barcelona B player, never made his debut for the main team for the Catalan Giants. Has played in the top flight though. He played quite a pivotal part, at least off the bench, for Girona in their 2 seasons that they were in La Liga before being relegated. Haven't returned since, the side from La Costa Brava. But of course, in any division, you need goals if you want to achieve anything, and they've got a goal scorer in Cristian Stuani. They know they have another one, although he's playing for Cádiz in Lozano. But the striker definitely wanting more first-team football, and he's got it. And his rewards will be paying dividends if Cádiz play their cards right when it comes to the end of the season. Picking up silverware and a ticket, a straight ticket, in fact, to La Liga Santander. You could see the possession stat just a minute ago. Extremadura 56% to Cádiz 44%. And that is accurate. They have kept the ball well, Extremadura, when they've had it. It's just, unfortunately for them, Cádiz getting the only goal of the game so far with their first shot on target. And it's that man again, Chogo Lozano, who's got his 3rd corner of the match. Not only did he get the 2 goals at the weekend, he also won the penalty for his side. He didn't take the set piece. That was Alex Fernandez, not in the squad this evening, out through suspension. But he really has put in a big shift this evening. Put himself about up front and opening the score sheet. 10 minutes to the half. The corner played in. Goes straight through a massive bodies in the penalty area. No one wanting to pick it up. And Extremadura with a chance to counter-attack here. Zarfino and Pardo now with the first-time pass. It's dealt with by Iza. Alex Alegría holding on to the ball. Just letting an arm fly there. Foul was given by Mr. Ortiz Arias. A straight hand to the face, it seems, to Jose Mari. There we see it, the right hand. Cádiz's midfielder will be able to continue. Cifuentes will take the set piece. Offside there, as well as, I believe, a foul from Jose Mari. Extremadura will have possession once again. Fran Cruz laying it off for Ale Diez, the right back. It's a poor pass. Cut out by Jose Mari. But in that action, also cutting out the leg of the Extremadura player, which will see him get a yellow card. That is the second of the game. Both of them going to Cádiz. There's also going to be a yellow card dished out to one of the players on the substitutes bench, probably something that the referee overheard that he's not very happy with. Of course, that is the unfortunate disadvantage of not having any crowd in the stadiums. Any insult or opinion, shall we say, can be overheard. Going to need confirmation as to who has seen that yellow card. And there's a foul there on Zarfino on the edge of the penalty area. Or it might actually have been Zarfino himself giving away the foul. There's a possible talk of offside. Espino might have been playing him on, though, as he went for the jump with Mauro. There was a hand to the face, but I believe the offside was given first. There it is. No set piece for Extremadura. Ball pass forward by Cádiz. Sergio, to be more specific. Things have gone a little bit slower now in terms of play from both sides. But you can see every time Fran Cruz, the centre-half, picks up the ball, the will and the want to go forward, because he knows that his side have to get something out of this game. Even though it has to be a 3 in their pocket, not a 1, and definitely not a 0. Poor effort out of play as Cifuentes takes another goal kick forward. It has been a very taxing last few weeks of football in terms of physicality for every side in virtually every league. Of course, having to play in nearly every country every 3-4 days just so we can conclude the season. Of course, it'll be very interesting to see once this campaign is over how teams prepare for a possible pre-season, because all of the international league campaigns are scheduled to start in and around the second week of September. Of course, normally at least 2 months or 2.5 months are used as a break between seasons. Especially those playing Champions League football, they'll be playing their remaining European fixtures throughout the month of August. We'll have to see how that will affect sides not only in La Liga Santander, but sides from the Premier League and the Bundesliga champions, Bayern Munich, for example, alongside RB Leipzig. PSG, who the Ligue 1 had been completely cancelled. They haven't finished their campaign. PSG were officially named champions without the remaining games to be played. They did have a quite considerable margin, though, in terms of points, but they will be playing their first games since lockdown, and it'll be in the Champions League. High stakes for Mbappe, Neymar and co. Here's Nono, doing well to keep possession. Did well to find the pass to Alegria, who was claiming there was a foul from Mauro. Play on, says the ref. Here's Rocha. Plays it in field for Ale Diez, and it's cut out well by Espino. Nono claiming he was also fouled in the build-up of that play. Here we see as he gets caught there. A trod on the foot from Etha, the Cádiz right back. Ale Diez. Pardo doing well to shrug off Bodiguer's efforts to win back possession. Espino had a rough opening 10-15 minutes with a couple of good tackles in the last couple of minutes. The throw-in played in. Alex Alegria hoping he was going to get a corner out of that, but it was the striker himself who got the last touch. There we see Álvaro Jiménez playing on the right-hand side for Cádiz, the man on loan from Birmingham City. Possession stats have increased for Extremadura. Still looking for that clear breakthrough for the home side. A foul there. Literally on the halfway line from Bodiguer on Nono. Ale Diez. Good ball forward. And the ball was played in very well by Pinchi. But Zarfino couldn't get a sweet enough contact that he would have been happy with. Sort of scuffs the chance out of play. There we see Lozano, the goal scorer of the only goal we've seen so far. Fuentes to take the goal kick. As the assistant referee lifts up the board, we will be having 3 minutes of stoppage time in this first 45. Lozano clipped from behind by Granero. Clear foul on the Cádiz number 9. Still feeling that one. Clearly in some discomfort. Luckily for him, a couple of minutes, and he can have a short break before the second 45. Ball played short, and the cross is very, very heavy from Etha. Straight out for a throw-in on the opposite side. Cádiz, you can see there, in numbers, high press. Not wanting to let Extremadura play out. Sergio doesn't win the header. Jose Mari does. But it's another ball for the home side. Granero. Rocha playing the ball forward to Bastos, the left back. Alegria trying to bring it down. And Mauro doing fabulously there to hold off the striker, laying it off for Cifuentes. A good header forward, but cut out well by Fran Cruz. As we enter the final minute of stoppage time in this first half. Bastos to take. Bastos, the left back, one of the goal scorers for Extremadura since returning from lockdown. Fran Cruz again trying to go forward. Possibly one last late push in this opening half. Delfino can't bring it down, and it's Espino, the left back, not taking any chances, sends it out of play. Far away from his penalty area. Couple of seconds remaining, but referee Miguel Ángel Ortiz Arias blows his whistle for the half-time break. It's been a game that's gone from quick and fast possession at the beginning to slowly grinding itself to a halt at the break. Extremadura still looking to get their first shot on target. Cádiz managing to open the score sheet with theirs. A lovely cross from a free kick on the edge of the penalty area from Iza, finding the head of Choco Lozano to get his third goal in the last two games for Cádiz. At half-time here at the Francisco de la Era Stadium, it's Extremadura 0, Cádiz 1. Welcome back to the Francisco de la Era Stadium for this fixture in match day 39 of La Liga Smartbank. Game between Extremadura and Cádiz. It is 1-0 at the break. Or should I say 0-1, as Cádiz, the league leaders, find themselves in front after a very good header from Anthony El Choco Lozano on about 22 minutes, heading in a very good cross from Ether, the Cádiz right back. As it stands, based on the games that we've seen, the two games we've seen today, and the fact that teams like Huesca and Zaragoza are yet to play, this current result at the moment, if it stays like this, would see Cádiz make their lead even bigger at the top of La Liga Smartbank, from 5 points to 8 points. Extremadura, meanwhile, of course, the side that find themselves behind on the score sheet, they desperately need 3 points today. Anything less than that will not be good enough. They will not be directly relegated at the end of this game, but definitely at the end of the fixture. If results don't go their way, they could mathematically be the second side relegated, following Racing Santander in dropping to Segunda B and departing La Liga Smartbank. We're going to see 3 changes at the break. 1 for Cádiz, 2 for Extremadura. And it's one that Cádiz fans will enjoy. Augusto Fernández about to come on for them. A bit more on him in a minute, as it is Cabrera and Christian ready to come on for Extremadura. Confirmation as to who is getting replaced in a minute. Both players, all 3 players, beg pardon, not on the pitch yet. Extremadura manager Manuel Mosquera, knowing he needs to get something out of this game. He's got 45 minutes to do so. As the first change for Cádiz sees Augusto, as we mentioned, coming on. And I believe it was Cala who is the man that has been replaced, the centre half. Confirmation in a minute. It's actually Jose Mari, beg pardon, the man that goes off for Cádiz, as Christian, one of the 2 to come on for Extremadura. Alongside him, Cabrera. It's Fran Cruz at centre half who is coming off. Referee Miguel Ángel Ortiz Arias does now get us underway. It is Cádiz who will start us off in this second 45. Jose Mari, the man replaced by Álvaro Cervera on a yellow card. In his place, Augusto Fernández. A very big signing made by Cádiz. Christian in midfield. Hit in the face there for Alegría. Referee pulling it back in that altercation with Mauro. Still down, the striker for Extremadura. There we see the collision, getting caught in the face. Quite painful for Extremadura's number 9. Manuel Mosquera. The last thing he needs is for his main man, his main striker, to have to come off. Still in quite some pain. To the point where even the stretch is being called out. This would be an even bigger blow, not just for Alegria himself, but for his teammates as well. The striker will be unable to continue, as Mosquera is ready to come on to replace him. Not the start he was wanting for the second half. Mosquera not yet on the pitch. It wasn't actually a foul, as the collision was with his own teammate. Therefore, Cádiz still with possession. Quick confirmation, it is David Rocha, the second player for Extremadura, who was replaced by Cabrera, as Christian comes in defense to replace Fran Cruz. With Mosquera ready to come on, that'll be the third substitution for Extremadura. Cádiz, meanwhile, at the break, brought on Augusto Fernández, replacing the man with the assist and also a yellow card, Jose Mari. Augusto Fernández, a new signing, signed on a free. Augusto Fernández, a experienced player at the age of 34, made his debut at the weekend for the final 10 minutes against Real Oviedo. After he left China in January, left the CSL for reasons we all know why, unfortunately. The COVID-19 pandemic breaking out from China. But Augusto Fernández, for those of you who remember, is a former Celta Vigo midfielder who from there moved on to none other than Atlético de Madrid. Started in Atlético Madrid's Champions League final. Unfortunate defeat to Real Madrid in 2016. That fixture ending 1-1, with Los Rojiblancos losing 5-3 on penalties in that one back in 2016. Augusto Fernández, you know, he's a very solid midfielder if he fits into Cholo Simeone's midfield plan. Played in that midfield alongside Gabi, the former Zaragoza captain, and Atlético Madrid captain for that matter. Signed on a free. Was allowed to be registered for the final games of the season. There he is now, trying to win back possession for his side. He will, of course, be playing once again in La Liga Santander, unless things go catastrophically wrong for Cádiz. But as it stands, This result will cement their position even more at the top of the table. Extremadura now having to go forward. The ball played in, cleared away. As there's a foul there. On Álvaro Jiménez. Christian, one of the two subs at half-time. Of course, now every side allowed to make 5 substitutions. Manuel Mosquera making 2 of them at the break, forced into a third one minutes in after the unfortunate injury to Alex Alegría. And now 7 minutes in, about to make another one. It's going to be Pinchi, the man replaced. And in his place, it is Carrasco. Extremadura clearly with the statement of intent, because they need one. Ball won back well by Sergio. Here's Lozano, the goal scorer for tonight's goal. A good ball in and a forceful save. It was a weird chip, converted into a shot really from Choco Lozano. Álvaro Jiménez was trying to make the run to possibly get a tap in. Nothing came from it apart from a very good diving save from Castro. Here's Augusto Fernandez. Plays it wide. Perea. Cutting inside. Álvaro Jiménez just slipping at the inopportune moment, as Extremadura will now try and break. It's Bastos down the left-hand side. Forced back in field. Christian on the ball, back to Bastos. No. With a heavy pass forward for Mosquera. Ten minutes just about to tick over into this second half. You feel like something else is coming in this game. Neither side going to rest on their laurels. Bodiger puts it in on his left foot. It's a good cross, but it's cleared away by Carrasco. Sergio. Back to Bodiger, now on his right foot, puts in the cross, and it's Lozano again who got the header. Not on target. He's feeling his left leg there. Probably didn't make the jump as clean as he would have liked. And I believe it is cramp. Castro helping the striker out. Play still continuing. Good sportsmanship from the Extremadura goalkeeper. But his teammates know they need goals. They're keeping on playing as they have possession. Mosquera. And the ball cleared away by Augusto Fernandez. Lozano is back on his feet. Possession still for Extremadura. Carrasco down the right-hand side, up against Espino. The left-back standing his ground. It falls for Ale Diez. Augusto Fernandez, the veteran, doing really well to cut it out. Not taking any chances, plays it long. But Anthony Lozano goes to ground. It is likely going to be the end of his night as well. There we see where he made the jump. Probably, there it is, the calf. As Choco Lozano, unfortunately through injury, rounds up a very good last couple of days for him. The Honduran striker, that was his last real dangerous moment. A chip cross slash chance, if you will. And unable to continue. Will be replaced by Missa. This will probably see Álvaro Jiménez play a bit of a more central role. Unfortunately for both managers, their best number 9s on the pitch have both been off and replaced through injury. Alex Alegría for Extremadura and Anthony Lozano for Cádiz. There we can see clearly the setup for the visitors. Their classic 4-4-2. No. For Extremadura does well. Attempted the cross. Christian wanting to go for the shot. Hesitated. And trying to play it into Zarfino. But Cifuentes did well to put off the striker. Will be a goal kick for Cádiz. Cádiz, as mentioned previously, are top of the table, currently 8 points clear if they can hold on to this result. They were last in La Liga in the 2005-2006 season after winning the second division title. They'll be getting promoted in similar circumstances if they play their cards right in the next couple of fixtures. They were relegated the same season, finishing 19th in La Liga Santander, and have not returned since. They even dropped to Segunda B, the third tier, twice, and have been in La Liga Smartbank since the 2016-2017 season, managing to find themselves back at least into the second tier of Spanish football. They did lose to Tenerife in that campaign's semi-final playoff, despite drawing 1-1 on aggregate. Based on their league position, it did count as a defeat for them back in 2016-2017. Their best finish since getting relegated in 2005 was 5th, which was that campaign in La Liga Smartbank. Of course, now this season will top that, as it is very likely that Cádiz will get promoted with silverware. You could just see there Augusto Fernandez, the veteran, helping out Sergio, the youngster, in midfield, telling him where he needs to be. The Argentinian midfielder. Possible handball shout therefore from Zarfino, as we now enter the final half an hour of this fixture. Cádiz by far the standout side this campaign. Quite irregular when it comes to results. Their manager, Álvaro Cervera, in his pre-match press conference, mentioned that draws will not do if they want direct promotion after missing out on 3 points quite a few times this season. His side managing to still rack up the points along the way, just probably not in batches of 3 as much as the Andalusian side would have hoped for. Speaks volumes, really, that with a possible victory tonight, they can get back-to-back wins for the first time since October. As we've just seen their first shot, clear shot at least, direct shot at goal, not on target. Closest to causing any problems for Extremadura was Lozano's effort before he had to go off injured. Here's Nono. Plays it off to Bastos. Castro. Laid it off, one back well by Sergio. Lovely back heel by Mesa. Sergio can't keep the ball under control. Pardo does really well to avoid the nutmeg there from Perea. They had advantage in numbers there. Cádiz didn't take advantage of it. Extremadura knocking on the door. Not really in terms of chances, but they have been persistent. Cádiz, you could say, have let them have most of the possession. But it's the glaring issue that the home side have had all season. The difficulty to create chances. Keeping the ball well, though, as mentioned. Here's Carrasco. And the cross blocked by Perea. Throw in play quickly. Nono on the edge of the penalty area. Possession nearly given away. Christian with the effort. That was a bit of a hit and hope move from the substitute. As now Cádiz prepare their third substitution of the evening, as Salvi is the man ready to come on for Álvaro Cervera. Extremadura struggling throughout the entirety of the season and since returning from lockdown. The 7 games they've played so far, 3 draws, 3 defeats, only 1 victory. That victory, though, ironically, was a 3-1 win at home against Racing Santander. A result that widened the gap with the team at the bottom of the table. And there we see Bodiger making it clear he can't continue. That's another calf injury as well. Don't know if he was the original change, but he is the man that will be coming off for Salvi. Bodiger, who really has put in a shift in midfield for Cádiz, can't continue. And this is likely to happen. This is the 8th game since returning from lockdown. Of course, every manager needing to use the entirety of their squads, but some players are being forced to play every 3 to 4 days, sometimes even less than that. And it does pay its toll. Salvi doing well with his first touch of the ball, winning a corner for his side. Ball coming off Bastos, the left back. It's the 4th corner of the game for the visitors. Salvi himself to take it. Plays the ball in. Cleared away by Granero. Still not dealt with by Carrasco. Tarfino now playing the ball forward. Carrasco laying it off very well for Cabrera. As it goes wide for the captain. Ball played in. Cleared away by Iza. Cabrera plays it back in. And Ale Diez looking for the header just over him. And there we could see Ether trying to avoid giving away the corner. Wasn't enough, though. It will be given. The corner kick to be taken. Extremadura needing someone at that back post to finish it off. Corner played in. And it's cleared away well by Sergio. Christian. And Perea, the winger, helping out well with his defensive duties. Espino hoiking it away as Mesa picks it up. It's 1 against 3, keeps going. But a final touch there. Conceding possession. Now Christian. We've seen Pardo, the midfielder, in the first half, dropping deeper to play as a second centre-half alongside Frank Cruz, with Christian, who came on at half-time, playing the linchpin in midfield. Here's Nono for Extremadura. They are slowly growing into the game, the home side. They need all 3 points. Cádiz having to take a step back in this second 45. The throw-in played in, dealt with well by the defence. As the league leaders are being held back in their own half. Another good ball wide for Nono. Brought down equally as good with a good first touch. Christian with the pass. It's laid off well, and the block from Tharvino's shot, and Cádiz can break here. Mesa playing it, trying to play it at least around Granero, still in possession, and trying to find Salvi out wide, cut out well by Bastos. And Castro asking his teammates to keep a calm head, but they do need to push forward, Extremadura, and that will leave gaps in and around the midfield, which is where Cádiz can pounce. You would feel like a second goal for Cádiz would kill this game off. Dealt with as well as he could by Mauro. It's going to be a throw-in, and a long one at that. Played in by Nono. And the shots from Bastos on what for him is his weak foot. And it goes over the bar. Here we see Tharvino, who I believe was just stepped on there by Mauro, the Extremadura captain. But it will be a goal kick for Cifuentes. Here's Augusto Fernandez, who probably hasn't seen as much of the ball as he would have liked, as well as his manager. You can see the idea behind the substitution. Bring a bit more knowledge, fresh legs as well. Of course, the Chinese league following a different calendar, but Augusto Fernandez hasn't played football since January. Signing as a free agent, actually, after his contract ended with his club from the CSL. His second game for Cádiz. Played 10 at the weekend, off the bench. Today, getting at least 45. Ball played forward well. Cabrera heading it backwards. And Augusto Fernandez, in an attempt to clear the ball, gets taken out by Zarfino. The foul is given for the Argentinian midfielder. Clearly caught out there by Zarfino. And Cádiz now really doing well to hold on to this result, but they know that they need to be fully aware that Extremadura do still pose a threat, despite their possible unfortunate fate in La Liga Smartbank. Salvi trying to lay it off for Mesa. Beg pardon, Álvaro Jiménez, and he wasn't happy with that pass. Goal kick for Castro, who tells his players he's got to go long. Headed on. And the foul on Nono by Ether. And this is a dangerous set-piece play for Cádiz to defend. Clear foul from the right back. A one-man wall for Cifuentes. It is Christian who's going to take it. Ball's played in, punched away by Cifuentes very well. Showing authority there, the Cádiz captain and goalkeeper. Gone all the way to his counterpart, Castro, who goes long. Nono trying to win the bounce. It was a poor touch from the winger. Throw into Cádiz. Nono again with another poor touch there. As now the referee Miguel Ángel Ortiz Arias does blow his whistle, not for full time of course. This is the second half cooling break now. Much needed. It is very hot in Extremadura, despite the time of evening that it is. It is just over 11:15 p.m. local time in Spain at the moment for this one. Castro, there we see, taking his time to go over to his teammates. Álvaro Cervera wanting full attention from his side. Like any side fighting for a title, concentration is always needed, even against the sides at the bottom of the table, like the situation that is for Extremadura. This is, of course, a performance that Cádiz are having to make without their main playmaker, Alex Fernández, a Real Madrid youth product. His brother, Nacho Fernández, currently the centre-half in Real Madrid's squad. Called up by Jose Mourinho to the first team during his time at Real Madrid. That was back in 2010. Cádiz, though, now will be making a double change with 15 minutes to go. Álvaro Jiménez is replaced by Malbasic. As Perea is replaced by José Manuel Jurado. Jurado, of course, Another experienced player that Cádiz have in their squad. "34 years of age, the Cádiz winger, Real Madrid Academy player as well, played for their first team, also played for their local rivals Atlético de Madrid, traveled in and around Europe for that, played some games for Schalke, Spartak Moscow in Russia, Watford in the Premier League, even for Espanyol back in La Liga. He's now back in Spain for Cádiz. Another one who will be getting what will be for him possibly one last crack at La Liga football. Here we can see the earlier effort from Mesa. Straight at the goalkeeper, Castro. The forward unable to open his body up enough to get a better contact on the ball. Here's Malbasic. And now he wins a corner. Malbasic replacing Álvaro Jiménez. He's had a fairly quiet game for Cádiz. And there's the worrying stat for Extremadura. They need a win and they still haven't registered a shot on target. Cádiz have had two, one of those finding the back of the net. The second one, the one we've just seen from Mesa, as Salvi plays in the corner. And it's headed away. Espino, the left back, fouling Nono there. 12 minutes to play. And everything to play for. At this point in the season and in the conditions that we are finishing the campaign, every game is tough for everyone. Carrasco there. Fouling Cala. Seems to be a possible issue with the referee's microphone. Of course, need that to remain in communication with the VAR officials. VAR not being called upon as of yet this evening in the 80 minutes of football that we've seen here at the Francisco de la Era Stadium. Cádiz looking to seal another victory, their 19th of the season. That would see them go to 69 points, 5 better than where they finished last season. They finished 7th on 64 points, 2 behind their current tally. They ended 4 points off the playoffs. And even more startling probably for them, 20 points behind who were the league winners last season, Osasuna. Osasuna now even fighting for a European place in La Liga Santander. Jacobas Arrasate's side doing really well in their return season to La Liga Santander after they were promoted last season as La Liga Smartbank champions, and in some fashion as well. Of course, it was over the entire 42-game period, but finishing on 87 points, quite a lot more than even the best possible total for Cádiz. '78 being the best Cádiz can achieve, and that is 3 points today and picking up their final 9 in the 3 games remaining. Not an easy task. But of course, the goal that they set themselves at the beginning of the season, close to being complete. Here's Carrasco for Extremadura, trying to do something creative there. Unfortunately for him, lifted up his head and all he could see was yellow shirts. 4 surrounding him. Tharfino was slow to come in support. Now having to come back and do his defensive duties, the Extremadura captain, as well as Carrasco, the young winger, the man who came on for Pinchi. In the second half here. Malbasic going for the header, giving away the free kick. Catching out Nono. Christian. As it's played back now to Castro. Cádiz again playing it long. No chance Malbasic is going to get there. Bit of an awkward pass from the goalkeeper to Christian. Forcing himself to have to make a very awkward clearance. Sergio playing the ball out of play. As Salvi is down. We've already seen one unfortunate head injury this evening. Alex Alegria having to come off only 2 minutes into the second half. Salvi, who's not even been on for 15 minutes on the pitch. Of course, in recent seasons, any possible head injury does cause the referees to stop play, as we see here. Both heads clashing, but Salvi definitely getting the worst of it. Some of the heads dropping for the Extremadura players. Possibly the even bigger issue is that with this soon-to-be defeat, their chances of salvation will be out of their hands at least until the weekend, if they can survive that long. Of course, it is such a tight division, La Liga Smartbank. So many teams fighting it out for the playoffs. For example, and so many teams fighting to avoid relegation. Only Racing Santander losing that battle so far. As the ball is played forward, and a possible penalty shout as Tharfino goes down. Clearly not happy, the Extremadura captain, Mr. Ortiz Arias, saying play should go on, as the long ball was played by Granero. Possible shove in the back there by Cala. Still not happy with the decision. It's understandable. Salvi does look like he'll be able to continue for the final 5 minutes plus stoppage time in this one. Espino did well to get around Carrasco and is fouled. Still down the left back. Referee checking Salvi is okay to play. Comes back on the winger. Did seem a little bit dazed when on the touchline, receiving treatment and a drink of water. Cynical foul there from Carrasco and Espino. Ball drops in the penalty area. And now it's a Cádiz player who goes down, and the referee has pointed to the penalty spot. The yellow card is pulled out as well by the referee. Or was he pointing for a foul? Referee looked like he was pointing to the penalty spot there. in the end, giving out the yellow cards to Pardo. He was offside, though, seeing the play. Referee did point to the penalty spot. Quickly pulled back as Malbasic was clearly offside. It was a penalty by Pardo. It did seem that. Pardo seeing as well the yellow card. I believe Mesa did as well for complaining to the referee. There will still be a VAR check, hence why play has not resumed. But the offside is now confirmed. It did seem like a foul in the penalty area, but it was a very clear offside by Malbasic, who was involved in play. Therefore, no possible penalty. But Extremadura, who had a similar chance of a possible penalty minutes earlier, nearly conceded one themselves. Tarfino laying it off. Carrasco with the cross. Brought down by Nono. Sergio quickly clearing it away. And there was an offside. Cádiz have already made their 5 changes. Extremadura about to make their final one. It's Pardo, who was booked in that last play, as Lille will come on in his place. All 5 changes made by both managers. And this is the outcome that was, in fairness, expected before this fixture. Of course, still a possibility of Extremadura getting something back in this game, but haven't had a shot on target. And Cádiz have defended well in this second 45. A very good header from Lozano. The difference at the moment for the league leaders. Ball played in by Mosquera. No one to get a touch in the 6-yard box. De Fuentes did well to pick it up. Ball just played over Salvi. Malbasic getting the touch, but Nono with the interception, conceding the throw-in. As we're about to reach the 90th minute. Etha to take it, goes along with the throw-in. Salvi gets another chance as the ball once again comes off Nono. And his facial expression says it all. Malbasic given offside again. There has been quite a few stoppages in this second half, definitely more than the first. Unfortunately, a couple of injuries, even a possible penalty shout, and quite a few substitutions as well, and for that matter, Malbasic doing well to lay it off. Jurado moving forward, who's hardly seen the ball since coming on. Lays it off well for Espino, getting around Ale Diaz, puts in the cross. And Gasto had to get a touch to it at least. It will go out for a throw-in on the opposite side. Mesa couldn't get a touch. And there you see it, the 8 minutes of stoppage time added on. Gasto had to get a touch, or maybe Mesa would have actually possibly had a chance on target. Ball played long by Extremadura, but there was a foul on Tarfino. This is a massive win for Cádiz if it can happen. They've got to hold on for the remaining 6+ minutes of stoppage time. Extremadura clawing for their lives in La Liga Smartbank as the cross is played in. Tarfino got contact, just not the kind of contact he would have liked. Cifuentes did well to catch that. As he goes long, the Cádiz captain. Ball's played down the flank. Mesa up against Ale 10, cuts inside onto his right foot. Malbasic on the edge of the penalty area, cuts inside, does really well, and just puts the effort wide of the target. The striker had the chance to kill off the game. He'd done really well to get around Granero. Just couldn't finish off the chance. The chance goes begging for Malbasic. Cádiz could have doubled their lead. And now Cabrera with the effort. Straight out of play for him. Lovely ball played forward. Just possibly offside, Cabrera. Flag, I believe, was raised, but quite late on. As we've now played 3 of the 8 minutes of stoppage time. Cifuentes, of course, taking his time. Goes long. As Lele is fouled by Augusto Fernandez, the veteran, and he's not happy with that decision. Extremadura will go long again. Ale 10. It's a lovely ball for Tarfino, brings it down! And the chance over the bar, claiming it was a corner. Of course, our cameras were just covering the back of Tarfino. It's a lovely ball forward by Ale 10. Just getting in front of Ether. And Tarfino's chance does really well to bring it down, the captain. Probably a bit of both, really. Both players going for the ball. Effort just wide. Cifuentes was rooted to his line. Ball goes long once again. Extremadura now looking for Tarfino at every chance they can. Ale 10 again from a similar position where we saw the last free kick taken. Goes long again. Same outcome for Tarfino, headed to the back post, cleared away, and it dropped brilliantly for Lele. His effort just wide of the target. Castro can't believe his luck. Or lack of it, shall I say. Lele's chance inches wide of the post, caught it well. Cifuentes probably wasn't going to get there had it been slightly more on target. Extremadura saving all of their chances late on. It's their 8th shot at goal. Just not on target for the home side. Salvi picking up the header from Christian. Wanting the foul. And in the end, it will be a throw-in. No foul for the referee. Throw-in played quickly. Castro to go long. Salvi completely misjudging the touch. Here's Christian. Ale 10 trying to go forward. Mosquera, lovely bit of skill there to get around Malbasic. Nono puts in the cross. Headed away by Augusto Fernandez, the defensive midfielder. Lille, the man who had the last chance. Carrasco can't get round Espino, who goes to ground, and it is a foul on the left back. Carrasco can't believe his luck with that one, but it was clearly a foul. Jimenez just telling off his teammates there. Slightly celebrating. It's not all done and dusted yet. 1 minute to go of stoppage time. Cifuentes with the long ball. Played all the way back to Castro again. Now he goes long as well. Ferfino trying to bring it down. Augusto Fernandez battling it out with Mosquera. Won the ball and was fouled by the Extremadura youngster. The player defending his case. Cádiz taking their time to take the free kick. They know that these points are vital. Of course, they do have one more game in hand over their opponents, but that is the end of it. Miguel Ángel Ortiz Arias blows his whistle. A vital 3 points. And there we see the reaction of Mesa as Cádiz players celebrate. They go 8 points clear at the top of the table. Some of the players trying to contain their emotions because they know what this result could possibly mean for Extremadura. They put in a shift, the home side, but Cádiz proving their quality, proving that they're league leaders, taking their chance, putting it into the back of the net. With this result, Huesca and Zaragoza still have a game to play, but they now have even more pressure if they want to catch up to for the league title. But with this result, Cádiz really cementing their place, as a victory at the weekend would nearly guarantee the Liga Smartbank title for them at the weekend. Extremadura, meanwhile, possible heartbreak. We'll need to see how the rest of the fixture pans out to see if they still have a future in La Liga Smartbank. But there's the goal scorer, Anthony Choco Lozano, whose header in the 22nd minute is the difference. It ends here at the Francisco de la Era Stadium. Extremadura 0, Cádiz 1.